Hey guys, it's your girl, your name here. And OMG, are you ready for this? We're about to dive deep into a world of totally insane women. We're talking about real life criminals, assassins, mob bosses, you name it. These women are straight up dangerous, and their stories are crazier than any fictional thriller. Okay, you guys, first up we have Griselda Blanco, aka the Godmother. She ran a massive drug empire back in the 70s and 80s, we're talking billions of dollars, you guys. She was ruthless, nicknamed the Black Widow for a reason. Griselda was eventually killed in 2012, but her legend lives on. She's like a cautionary tale, you know? Don't mess with powerful women, especially when they're rolling in piles of drug money. Next up, we have Samantha Luthwaite, also known as the White Widow. This one's seriously scary, guys. We're talking about a woman who went from being a seemingly normal British housewife to one of the world's most wanted terrorists. She was married to one of the bombers in the 7/7 London attacks. After he died, she disappeared and is believed to have joined a terrorist group in Africa. The crazy thing is, nobody even knows where she is right now. Samantha Luthwaite is a prime example of how looks can be deceiving. Okay, so this next one is wild. Meet Claudia Ochoa Felix, dubbed the Kim Kardashian of crime. She was totally glam, always posting pics on Instagram with her designer clothes, guns, and tons of cash. But don't let the glitz and glam fool you. Claudia was rumored to be a high-ranking member of the Los Antrax cartel. Sadly, Claudia was found dead in her apartment back in 2019 under mysterious circumstances. Her death just adds to the mystery and intrigue surrounding this glamorous but deadly woman. Okay, you guys, hold on to your hats because this next story is straight out of a horror movie. Meet Belle Gunness, a woman who knew how to use her charms for murder. This was back in the early 1900s, and Belle had this whole scheme going on where she would seduce wealthy bachelors, marry them, and then get this, make them disappear. This next story is seriously disturbing, you guys. It involves a Japanese midwife named Miyuki Ishikawa, post-World War II. Japan, poverty is rampant, and people are struggling to survive. Miyuki, who was a midwife, started to believe that she was doing families a favor by killing their newborn babies. She claimed it was a form of mercy killing, but seriously? She was literally murdering innocent babies. It's estimated that she killed over 100 infants. The most shocking part is that she only served a few years in prison for this horrific crime. Okay, we've all heard of Aileen Wuornos, right? She's the ultimate damsel in distress, turned stone-cold killer. Aileen was working as a prostitute in Florida when she went on a killing spree, murdering 7 men between 1989 and 1990. She claimed she was defending herself, that these men were trying to hurt her. And honestly, considering her rough life and the abuse she endured, it's kind of believable. Her story became a huge media sensation, and Charlize Theron even won an Oscar for playing her in the movie Monster. Hold on to your horses, because we're diving into the world of the Italian mafia with Maria Lizziardi, aka La Piccoletta, which means the little one. This woman was a total boss. She ran the Lizziardi clan of the Camorra, which is basically the Neapolitan mafia. We're talking drug trafficking, extortion, prostitution, you name it. She controlled it. Maria was known for being super intelligent and ruthless. Maria Lizziardi shows us that sometimes the most dangerous criminals are the ones who operate in the shadows, pulling the strings from behind the scenes. Okay, this next one is really tough to talk about. It involves Irma Grace, a female Nazi concentration camp guard at Auschwitz. She was known as the Hyena of Auschwitz, and that nickname alone tells you everything you need to know. Irma was only in her early 20s when she was committing these atrocities, but she was one of the most feared and hated guards in the entire camp. After the war, Irma was tried for war crimes and sentenced to death. She was only 22 when they hanged her. This next story is about Judias Buenoano, a woman who took the phrase "till death do us part" to a whole new level. She was a classic Black Widow, guys, marrying men and then, well, let's just say they didn't last very long. She was convicted of poisoning her husband, her boyfriend, and even her own son. Can you believe that? Her own flesh and blood. And why? Insurance money, of course. Judias was eventually caught and sentenced to death. She died in the electric chair in 1998. Okay, guys, last but not least, we have Jodi Arias, and this case is seriously messed up. It's a total cautionary tale about love gone wrong. Like, way wrong. Jody was obsessed with her ex-boyfriend, Travis Alexander. When he tried to break things off, she just snapped. She stabbed him 27 times, shot him in the head, and slit his throat. It was brutal. The trial was a media circus, with Jody constantly changing her story and claiming self-defense. But the jury didn't buy it, and she was found guilty of first-degree murder. Oh my God, you guys, can you believe the stories we just went through? These women were seriously intense. It's crazy to think that people like this actually exist, right? It's like something out of a movie. So, out of all these dangerous ladies, which one shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, while you're down there, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more crazy stories like this. Until next time, stay safe out there, and never underestimate the power of a woman, especially when she's got a dark side.